Hello, we're going to be testing out the LA Colors liquid eyeshadow. You heard me right, it's liquid eyeshadow. This was actually found at my local Dollar Tree for $1. They had silver, purple, and this like gold amber looking colors. So the gold is called Cheers, the purple is called Regal, and then this like gray silver is Smokin is what it's called. So LA Colors liquid eyeshadow. I've already used the gold and the purple, but I have not used the silver yet. So we're gonna open up this package and we're gonna do some makeup look, kind of check out the silver, and then I will give you guys my final review on what I think of this product and if I think that you should put your dollar on the line and buy one of these yourself. Okay, so first thing, I'm gonna put my hair back because it's getting kind of long. And then I'm just gonna do my quick base makeup for face, and then I'll come back when I'm ready to do my eye look. So see you in just a second. Okay, so I have my base makeup done, and all I'm gonna be using is my BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette to do the like basic eye makeup, and then I'm going to use the silver LA Colors liquid eyeshadow as like the main component of this eyeshadow makeup to actually show you guys how it works and if it works well. In my opinion, I think that it does, but I've only used the purple and the gold shade so far, so I'm interested to see how the silver works because there is a difference in consistency of the actual product between the purple and the gold color. So I'm interested to see how thick and consistent the silver is. So I'm just gonna do like my basic eye outline of the eyeshadow with the Zodiac palette, and then we'll do the LA Colors. And I have done the liquid on top of powder eyeshadow, and it actually works fine that way too. So if you wanted to do your makeup look that way, you totally can. The product does work that way. Or you can even build powder eyeshadow on top of the liquid eyeshadow, and it seems to do fine that way as well. I'm gonna do the powder and then the liquid on top. So I'm gonna do silver, so I wanna use some colors that kind of go with that color palette. So I'm just gonna outline with my darker color on the BH Cosmetics. And it seems like every time that I create kind of like a shadow effect with like darker colors on the outside of my eyelid, I end up really hating the eye look when I do it like this. So if you guys have any feedback or comments or anything about if I'm doing this wrong and that's why I don't like the way that it looks, or if maybe it's because the way my eyes are, like I know the eye shape and how close together they are, and that can really affect how an eye look ends up looking on one person versus another. I just don't know. I just don't think that I really like the way that it ends up looking. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And I'm not picking up very much color from because it's very pigmented and I don't want a lot of fallout onto my cheeks. And I don't want it too dark either. I want this to be kind of like a light look. I want the silver to be the main popping factor for this eyeshadow look. The brush I'm using is the Wet n Wild from the dollar store. It's just a crease brush. It seems to work pretty well for me. You also can find them at Walmart for like 98 cents, so like 2 cents cheaper. You can find them there, but I got mine at the dollar store. I like shopping at the dollar store. I think it's cool to find stuff that's cheap that still works. It's kind of like finding a treasure, I think, in in my opinion. Okay, and I'm just gonna try to soften it compared from this eye to this eye. It's pretty dark on this one. Just kind of soften it a little bit. Okay, so I've kind of like blended it out so that I've got like the darker on the outside. And now I'm going to open up the silver. And I'm really excited to see how this applies. It is kind of a pain in the butt to get out of the package, but it's worth it, trust me. I do think my favorite though currently is the gold. The gold just comes out really like thick and pretty. The purple's a little bit on the thin side, but you can build on top of it. You can do a couple applications. You just have to let it dry down first, because this is a liquid eyeshadow. So it is liquidy, so you do need to apply it, let it dry, and then if you feel like you need more, then you just apply more. It is a doe foot applicator twist, and that's it. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on. And I love how like exact it is. Like I can literally outline my bottom eyelid with it if I wanted to. And I can get right up into my lashes. Okay, so that's one. I'm gonna go in, pick up some more, and then do the other one. And I try to keep my eyelids open. I don't want it to crease. I haven't had it crease on me yet, but I don't want it to transfer, because when I use eyeliner and when the eyeliner like can transfer, it literally will transfer from my lashes to like the top of my lid. So I try to keep my eye open and sometimes just help it dry down a little bit before moving on or doing another application, so that I can build on top of it or do powder, because I don't want to move it. I want it to stay and dry down, and it does seem to dry down. So we'll see how the silver works, but all the other colors that I've used so far, it dries down, it stays, and then it feels like you have no eyeshadow on your eye. It's actually the coolest thing ever, so I'm actually very excited about the product. But I am curious to see how this silver ends up being. Okay, so now that I've got one application on both eyes, I close my eyes and just kind of fan them. You gotta also grab your hair dryer, put it on low setting, and just some little bit of hot air will help set it down really quickly. And this eye is pretty set down because it's been sitting for a while. This one's still a little bit wet. Okay. And so that's kind of how it ends up being, the end. Which is not bad at all. So I'm gonna go in It does seem to be the same consistency as the gold, so it does look like it's a little bit more thick on the thick side. The purple I definitely have to do like 2 to 3 applications. I think with this silver I'm gonna do 1 more application just to make sure that it's nice and like silvery, because I'm worried that it might be looking a little bit more like just gray. And I want to see if I can get to that silver look that I'm thinking. So once it's dry, I just go in with another coat on top and build up that color. And the way that it works when it goes on top of a powder shadow is that it takes over the powder. It will literally sit right on top of the powder. So if you don't want it to go too far, like past a certain point on your eyelid, then be very careful how you would apply it. Because literally this, as I'm going over the darker area where I had like the darker outline on the crease, it literally will just cover that right up. And so usually what I end up doing is applying my crease color and then coming back after applying the liquid. I come back with the crease color again and kind of like powder back over top, and then I'm good to go. I'm just gonna dry this down. It doesn't take too long to dry down, which is really nice. And I'm sure with some people how their eyelids are, I'm sure they could just keep going as it dries down. Mine, I'm just worried about it transferring to the top of my eyelid when my eyelid's closed, so I don't want it to transfer. I don't want to like waste my time doing the eye look and then messing it up just because my eyelids are stupid, so. Okay. So now that it's dried down, I am going to go back over it with a little bit just on the outside of the crease. Just kind of blend it together. And I think the only thing that people are going to hate about this eyeshadow, the liquid eyeshadow, is just like with matte lipstick, it dries down and it looks dry. Like, that's just what happens. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's starting to kind of, it looks like it's cracking, but it's not. It's just textured, because as it dries down, however your skin is it will look textured. I personally think that that is a look in itself, and I think that that's actually really cool and different than what you can get with like powder shadow. So I think it's cool, but I could see how people wouldn't like the like little cracks and the texture look that it has. But I just went back over, filled in the crease a little bit with the darker color, and now I'm just gonna do some highlights and just kind of make this look pop. And then I also have these LA Color eyeliners. I needed some new eyeliners from all the stuff that I've tested previously. And when I saw these at the dollar store, I also saw these. So there was a purple, a white, a brown, and a black. I've used the black several times, absolutely love it. It's like nice and soft, but it doesn't transfer, which is like one of my biggest issues with eyeliner. It literally will just transfer from the top of my lid to like up here, which is so annoying. So this doesn't do that. It's absolutely wonderful. Only $1, like can't beat that. So I'll go in and finish my eye look with this. The purple is soft as well and does just as good as the black. Now the white is a harder stick for some reason, and these are just twist top. So they're nice. They're not like crayon, but kind of in the same similar way, but they're not pencil. But the white is harder. I was gonna do like white to like do kind of like a highlighting factor on the bottom of my lid, but it is so hard that it hurts the bottom inner waterline of my eye. So I don't know what to do about that. I was really excited about that. I've always wanted to use that and do like white as a highlight. It doesn't work. But I'm gonna do a little bit of the white and the type like silver. It's the Gemini in the Zodiac Cosmic palette. I'm gonna use those two colors to kind of do kind of like a highlight with the like the darker, make it really pop. Going with eyeliner, and then also my Almay Liquid Lash Extender mascara that I'm really liking currently, and then finish this up, come back, give you guys my final thoughts on this, ask what you guys think from this review, and then finish up this video. Alright, so this is the final look with the LA Colors Silver Liquid Eyeshadow called Smokin. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments section. And let me know if you guys like this product, if you're thinking about picking it up as well. There are a couple other different colors than the ones that I decided to pick up. I did see like a bright pink as well at the dollar store. But these were the three colors that I thought that I'd probably use the most. And I think the one I use the most is the gold. The gold with my blue eyes really like pops, and my husband really likes it. Again, the gold is called Cheers, the silver that we use today is Smokin, and then the purple is called Regal. Regal, you do need to do a couple of applications to make it look as thick and beautiful as the gold, and the gold and silver both seem to apply exactly the same way. So if you guys really like the silver Smokin and are very curious about the gold, exactly how I applied it today is how it's gonna apply for you at home. So only $1 for each one of these at the dollar store. I highly recommend. I like the way that it applies. I love the way that it feels like I have no eye makeup on for the rest of the day. It's really, really nice. And coming off is actually pretty easy. If you have makeup removal, like wipes, I use the blue package. I can't remember what brand it is, but sometimes I just get the Equate brand, and I just kind of hold it over my eye for a couple minutes, and then I wipe it away. Kind of just softens it up, wipes it away. Super, super easy, great cleanup. I love the way that the eye look ends up coming out though, and I love the way that it applies. I love the doe foot application, and I love that it dries down, and it just looks so good. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section, and if there's anything else that you guys are curious for me to try out, just let me know down there as well. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Remember, I love every single one of you. I hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video.